Good morning and welcome to the channel on this, the 29th day of May 2026, which is a Friday. I was only thinking the other day about Gaza because Israel is now trying to obtain control over 70% of it, and I just wondered what had happened to the Board of Peace that was set up some time ago. Well, the Board of Peace is stalled and it's losing momentum. Multiple reports to the UN Security Council show that the board's implementation of the Gaza ceasefire and reconstruction plan has largely stalled. Its own High Representative, Nikolai Mladenov, warned that Gaza's deteriorating status quo risks becoming permanent, with Hamas still in control of less than half the territory and reconstruction frozen. The board says that Hamas' refusal to disarm is the principal obstacle to moving to the next phase of the ceasefire plan. I don't understand. The damage that has been caused to Gaza, both physically to the towns that make up Gaza, to the people, the starvation the people have gone through, the lack of medical facilities, etc., whatever you like. And it's all depending upon Hamas' refusal to disarm. Why does Hamas want to keep this power and let all of the rest of Gaza and the people of Gaza suffer? You can say all you like about Israel and the destruction that they have made there, and I fully understand that, and I agree it's terrible. But there is a way out. Israel will only go back to that October when almost 1,500 Israelis were killed by Hamas. And that's what started all this off, and it's still going on now. Anyway, the Board of Peace is facing a massive financial shortfall. Countries pledged $17 billion, but less than 1% has actually been delivered. Without this funding, reconstruction cannot begin, and the board itself admits the gap must be closed with urgency. Ceasefire violations and ongoing violence, despite the October ceasefire, violence in Gaza has continued almost daily. Mostly from the Israelis, it has to be said. Hundreds of Palestinians have been killed since the ceasefire began, undermining the board's roadmap. Israeli restrictions on aid and continued military operations are cited as major obstacles to humanitarian access and reconstruction. Critics argue that the Board of Peace itself is not even-handed, blaming Hamas while avoiding direct criticism of Israel's violations. Well, that's probably because Trump started the Board of Peace and he doesn't want to see Israel blamed, but they are to blame, just as much as Hamas. There is a risk of a permanent divided Gaza. The Board of Peace envoy warns that Gaza could become permanently divided, with over 2 million people trapped in rubble and dependent all the time on aid, because reconstruction and financing will not flow while weapons remain in place. Some countries like Indonesia, for example, have tried to use their membership in the board to resolve specific crises, i.e. freeing flotilla activists. Why? I don't even know why they're there, but the board has no direct leverage over Israel. The bottom line is this: the Board of Peace still exists, but is paralysed by Hamas' refusal to disarm, Israel's continued military operations and restrictions, a catastrophic funding gap, a ceasefire that exists mostly on paper, and political disputes over responsibility and implementation. I just feel for the people of Gaza going through all of this while the politicians wrangle and the military on both sides fight. Sorry, it's a subject that is really upsets me. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.